In search of hope. What's up? We're back. Oh, this place looks cool as hell.
This city is huge! There's stuff everywhere!
Let your true side shine. Lowest prices in town. Money back guaranteed.
Welcome. This is Sega Grande Skydom's largest city, Seed Hollow.
Seed Hollow. Oh, look, that little bitch.
Whew. The good news is the Grand Cipher's gonna be okay.
She's in good hands. Luckily, the ship escaped severe damage. Should be a quick fix.
I don't know, I think I fucked.
Sorry to keep piling stuff on you. Appreciate it, buddy.
So about this family Zothba or whatever, you know where to find them?
I sure do. Their boss supposedly operates in this district. Information brokers don't exactly advertise to the public. He runs a bar as a front.
Sounds like he's got his stuff together.
I guess you'll find out for yourself when you meet him. Follow me.
Not sure if in between is now available.
Let's start by heading to the main square. The bar should be in a back alley somewhere.
Huh. Guess that's one way to design a ship. Always cool to see how other places build their rides.
Wait till you visit the other districts. I'd love to give a grand tour, but...
No biggie. Besides, sightseeing will be a lot more fun once Lyria's back with us.
Very true. I better start brushing up on my tour guide skills. Of course, Seed Hollow wouldn't be complete without a blacksmith and alliance rep. If you need to use their services, now's the time.
You've got all kinds of flowers here. No wonder the city smells so good.
I guess that's where the seed in Seed Hollow comes from.
I think I've been here before.
I smell a new mission.
Buy from me and you'll agree. This brand is the beast.
This is huge.
My, what a magnificent castle.
Calling it huge would be an insult. Bet you could spot that thing from the next Skydom over.
It's been a fixture of this city since time immemorial.
Thank you.
After all these years, I still get emotional when I look at it.
I smell a new mission.
Found anything you like? I've got a few more options behind the counter.
Let me think about this.
I smell a new mission.
Oh, wow.
Ready for some action?
Let's come back once we find a key.
Man, this sucks.
Totally. So much freaking work to do.
Say, don't you two work for Zothba?
Who's asking? Ah, snap, it's rolling. Where you been hiding, man? Thanks for always looking out for the boss.
No, quite the opposite. Zothba has always been the one bailing me out. That info on Avia was spot on. But enough about that. It looks like you gentlemen are in a bit of a pickle.
A pickle? Nah, man. We're swamped with work right now. Everyone in the family's fully booked.
So, if you got biz with the boss, could you maybe go chill and come back later?
Huh. I get you're busy, but we're also on the clock here.
So what I'm hearing is, once these errands of yours are cleared out, that'll open up Zothba's schedule. Is that right?
More or less. Not like our mountain of work is gonna get smaller anytime soon, though.
Got it. Captain, what do you say to lending these fine fellows a hand?
Fine.
I'm in. Me too. Beat sitting around all day.
We weren't. We
There
were
you
going to get
go.
quests.
Meet your newest co-workers. And not just any co-workers. These Skyfarers have an impressive resume.
For real? Awesome. Thanks.
We appreciate it. If for starters, you think you could check in with a buddy of ours? He should be at the market.
I guess. But
Let's kick some tail.
there we go.
Door. Dead end. Feels like I'm in a maze. I smell a new mission.
I think that's all the quests I can grab from here.
It can't hurt just to look around. What have you got to lose? Slashing all my prices in half. Judging from your gear, are you perhaps Skyfarers? Welcome. This is Rafal's Seed Hollow branch.
Yo, I got the word. Ready to roll up your sleeves? Here's the deal. Some bigwig lost something in the city. Something really dangerous. I, can't handle it myself without my legs turning to jelly. Talk with an Alliance rep. I, left the details with them.
Wake her down.
No falling under my rock. There.
That was great! Here goes!
Easy.
You made that look easy. Let's see. Not bad. Ha!
Good work. Now let's get back out there.
Let's say there had have been an S. Nice.
Yeah. Let's do it to it.
Bring in the
Quest
whole
start.
circus, huh? Keep on your toes. Yay, watch out! Go all out!
A balloon for Not quite. Do your best, people.
What do you think?
All secure. We should check the next area quick. They just keep coming. But we'll show them. Legendary!
Full blue. They want more. Don't.
That should take care of this area. The next zone wake. They just keep coming, or we'll show them who's boss.
On the bombers.
Go! Direct hit! Miss me! Keep it up! More monsters! You ready? Watch
What do you think? A bloom for any season.
Good work! Keep it up, and we'll finish the next wave in no time. Wait! Last push! Make sure you get them all! What's harder? Now we're doing something over for you! Make a great team! Sure shows them!
Come and get it.
And I think that's everything. You were awesome out there. Healing.
Thank you.
To the end of the skies. To Estalucia. Ready, rush. Don't let anything get the jump on you. Do you know? Watch out! Here they come!
Come and get it.
Damn!
Don't play too hard now.
Uh-oh! This guy looks strong! You better watch out!
Can't keep up.
Armor crate! Spike! Better act quick before they run! Go all out! It'll break you up! We've got company! Dragon Blade! Not quite!
Let's go.
They're finished! We're unstoppable! Bring it on! I'm ready for more! This guy looks strong! You better watch out!
Shall we?
Sarah, oh, he's so beautiful.
Elegance is all about consistency, dear.
Watch out for the shield! Go all out! Fire!
What do you think?
That way! Where's that came from? Slide! Better act quick before they run! It's working! Oh yeah! Come closer! Looks like they're coming for us! You ready? Can't beat me!
Can't keep up.
Enemies on the way! We can't let them trash the hallowed ground!
Can't keep up.
Come, Crimson Thorn!
Welcome to my garden.
Go all out! Looks like we got a second to catch our breath before things heat up again. Looks like we've got guests! Go give them a big welcome!
There now. Come, Crimson Thorn. Come join me. What do you think?
Turn them against
A bloom for any season.
do this! Come, Crimson Thorn! Looks like we got a second to catch our breath before things heat up again. If they want to fight, they've got one! Got him!
Full bloom.
Let the rain! Now they're in for it!
Can't keep up.
Daisy!
What do you think? Beautiful, aren't they?
Watch out! Armor break! Do your best, people!
There now.
Time to shine!
Bury them.
No problem! You guys rock!
Every rose has her thorns, after all.
Did you like that? I'm beat. Can we take 5? They just keep coming! But we'll show them who's boss! Gotta keep it up!
Welcome to my garden.
Infinite wonder!
Come and get it. What do you think? Careful.
Come, Crimson Thorn!
Full bloom. Don't play too hard now.
Crimson Thorn! Take that!
Beautiful.
This guy looks strong! Better watch out!
Full bloom. There.
Can't beat me!
What do you think?
Still enemies left! You can take them! Come on, people! Let's just get him started! Okay!
Of course.
You got it! Dragon Blade! Miss me?
Take them down.
Get on it! No problem!
We can always count on you, can't we?
I'll never let you down!
Even the
Let's go!
Don't
They're not getting away! Show them! Straight now! Keep it up! Lock on! Do your best, people!
full bloom. Come and get it.
You keep your heads in the game!
Well,
Okay!
caution before valor, as they say.
Get left behind!
Can't keep up.
Yeah! We did it! Good work!
Skyfarers, we need your aid! Goblins! Goblins in Tempeal!
We were at the dock in Folka, taking care of landing procedures, when a panicked old merchant rushed toward us. In between his wheezing, he exploded explained that a shipment of relief supplies headed for Tempeal had been intercepted by monsters. Tempeal reminded me of id and how he had totally beat our butts. It was embarrassing, yeah. But what's worse, it reminded me of losing Lyria.
Tempeal, huh? Maybe this time around I can actually help out.
That wasn't Vern's usual peppy tone. He was probably reliving those bad memories, just like me. I guess after you've spent as much time together as we have, you pretty much share a brain. It wasn't going to be a fun journey to Tempeal for either of us, but we were Skyfarers, and desperate times called for brave faces. Anyways, goblins. Smart, fast. That meant we wouldn't have the luxury of time. We needed to throw together the minimum amount of supplies needed for the journey and head out. I turned to Vern so we could discuss game plans, but then I saw his ears were droopy.
If we're fighting goblins, then we should have them licked by lunch.
Something was wrong. But with the hasty flight preparations, I couldn't spare the few minutes to investigate. Pull through it, Vern, I thought. We need you. A little less than an hour later, it was time to depart. But Vern was nowhere to be found.
Hurry, Skyfarers! We can't waste another second!
The later we got there, the more supplies would be stolen or destroyed. This could add up to weeks or even months of delays in Tempeal's restoration. Vern, I hope you're okay, bud. I was worried out of my mind. But a captain's gotta do what a captain's gotta do. I left a message for Vern with the merchant, and we set out.
Goblins? I can't even fight stinking goblins! What good am I? Just a scaredy lizard who brings everybody down. Man. If only I was more like my pal, swinging swords and shooting spells. Then I'd finally be able to help out. Maybe I could have stopped Avia from taking Lyria. Maybe I could have done something. How do you live the skyfaring life without combat skills? Heck, I can't even blow sparks, much less fire. What kind of dragon can't breathe fire? Huh, I tell everybody I'm a cool dragon, but I'm just a faker.
You are unworthy.
You were right, Ed. I'm not worthy. Not worthy of being in the crew. Not worthy of being the captain's best bud.
Oh, finally, here you are! I was looking everywhere for you.
Uh-huh. What did this old dude want with me?
Your captain left you a message. The crew's gone on ahead, but as an indispensable member of the Grand Cipher, they want you with them as soon as possible. And that's an order.
Indispensable? That meant like VIP, right? Me? For a second there, I was about to blow it off. Like, yeah, right, my bud's just saying that. But then I remembered, this crew had always kept it real. No lies, no flattery. Yeah, we kicked butt because we believed in one another. These guys were my best friends. And maybe we weren't perfect. I mean, we lost to Id, but my bud put his captain boots on and got right back up and tried again. It was never about swords or magic. It was about always moving forward, never giving up. And more than anything, it was about being there for each other. What was I worrying about? Who cares if I couldn't fight? There are 1,000,002 ways to help on an adventure. I mean, you try questing without a cook or a healer.
Hello? Merchant of Vern, do you read me? If you're done daydreaming now, I've got a ship ready to go.
It was time to get a move on, or I wasn't worth my scales. Sorry, everybody. Your pal Vern is on his way.
Prep and ready.
The supply should be this way. Let's move.
Uh-oh. Our
Potion stock's running low. We'll be okay against a few goblins, right?
Hopefully. Just don't overdo it. I hope Vern's okay.
He was really down, wasn't he? Poor Vern.
Get out of our way! We're in a hurry here! Armor plate won't let you down!
A bloom for every season.
Damn, back for more. Right when we were about to cross a finish line.
I see people! Over there, by the supplies! We have to go help them!
Folks doing okay?
Skyfarers! We're doing better now. We need these supplies to repair Tempio. Please, would you protect them?
We're on it! Take cover, okay?
What do you think?
I think that was the last of them.
Thank you. You've saved Tempio's future.
Heads up, goblin reinforcements. Just don't quit.
Did you miss me? Took me forever to catch up. Vern!
Vern, was that an explosive? When did you get bombs?
Here come more of those stinking gobbles. Can you take them?
Sure can.
A bloom
Granblue. What do you think?
Let the rain fall.
Granblue.
Coming from above. Watch your noggin.
If those goblins manage to steal any more of the supplies, then the relief effort's good as done. No kidding. They've already hauled half our grain to higher ground.
Higher ground? Sounds like a job for a cool dragon.
That's a great idea, Vern. Put your wings to use.
Are you sure you can manage? What if the goblins spot you?
Piece of cake. I'll be back in 30 seconds or your money back. Bring the damage! Drop this! I found some of the stolen supplies. They're safe and sound. This'll hurt! Miss me? Here's the second bunch.
What do you think?
Here,
hero.
Rock potion. Everyone feeling better?
Thanks, Vern. You're a lifesaver.
Those goblins are getting nasty. Don't fall for their tricks. Armor break, ready or not?
What do you think?
A bloom for every
Got 'em all back. Those stinking gobos didn't get a single sack. It's working. I'll burn you up.
The enemy have started their retreat. I think the worst has passed.
Thanks to you Skyfarers, Tempio's finally gonna be rebuilt. We owe you everything.
Vern was the real MVP.
Aw, shucks. I bet you say that to all your lifelong pals.
That worked out. Just like always. After we'd secured the supplies, Vern talked about how he didn't think he was good enough for the crew. Obviously, he was the only one that felt that way. I'd always appreciated his support. During fights, he was a supply runner, lookout, and cheerleader. And both on and off the battlefield, he was my courage. But even the best people, and dragons, get discouraged sometimes. I really should have been more vocal about my appreciation. But he knows now. We won the day because he came flying to the rescue. Just like I knew he would.
I'll always be there for you, pal.
He was back to his old self, basking in the praise of the crew, which caused his ego to swell like a balloon, but hey, who doesn't need a little confidence boost after a dip? And Vern, let me just say it now. I value you and all the hard work you do. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Sometime after our mission in Tempeal, we bumped into the old merchant in Folka.
Well, look who the cat dragged in. Thanks for handling things in Tempeal. You all deserve the best.
Tempeal had been roughed up by Furykin's rampage, and all of the locals were busy repairing the damage. The work we did that day had been crucial to those recovery efforts.
Out of curiosity, my young lizard friend, were you much help to your crew?
Uh-oh, he said the L word. I turned to Vern, ready for his usual furious tagline.
Thanks, Pops. You really helped me see the light.
Huh. This was new. The old man threw an apple to Vern and they exchanged a nod. Then, without explaining this bizarre bond between them that just came out of the blue, he left.
Does anyone else feel like the space-time continuum just broke?
Io was staring dumbfounded at the small dragon, who was already happily munching away on a tart Granny Smith. Had he matured enough to ignore his most hated of hated insults?
Seriously, this is just too much to believe. He called you a lizard and everything! Maybe the ship will be a little quieter from now on, huh? Hold it! I ain't no lizard! And don't you say that in front of the apple! What if it hears you?
Maybe he'd get there in another adventure or two.
When people ask me why I joined the Society, I always give them the same answers. To get my hands on sick weapons, because the work was fun, and because I liked busting my butt and actually getting rewarded for it. Sure, the Society talked a good game about spreading freedom and protecting the Sky Realm's peace, but it wasn't like I ever set out to be a hero. But hunting primal beasts with badass seal weapons? Sign me the hell up. Too bad there weren't enough weapons to go around. Only the best of the best become weapon contractors. Of course, I knew from the start I was contractor material. Wasn't long before I was making a pact with the Spear of Arves. What a hot little number. Now, did I feel bad for those who didn't make the cut? Yeah, a little. But I earned my position, and no one was gonna take that away from me. It wasn't about becoming rich or famous. It was about proving my worth. I don't like being undersold or underrated, you know? Best part was, as a weapon contractor, I had dibs on the deadliest missions. And those were perfect for showing everyone what I was made of. And damn, did the Society have its fair share of enemies. The worst of which was an evil coalition we simply called the Foe, who only seemed to care about sowing chaos. As soon as I became a contractor, I was thrown into battle with the Foe. Talk about out of the frying pan and into the fire. My orders were explicit. Eliminate on sight. There were some days when the bloodshed took its toll on me. But then I'd remind myself that these villains were out to wreck the skies. When I wasn't putting bad guys into the ground, I hunted primal beasts to gather their battle data. See, seal weapons aren't just good at taking down primals. They absorb their powers, too. That's what makes our vest so special. The more primals it crushes, the stronger it gets. Imagine how unstoppable I'll be once I supercharge this bad boy. So, to recap, my average work week looks like this. Slay foes and primals, get paid, then splurge all that cash on my days off. Look, if you're gonna work hard, you might as well play hard, right? Before I joined the Society, I used to lead a group of knights. It was all fun and games, until the local lord tried to adopt me as his daughter. I never cared for social status, and I sure as hell didn't want to be tied down by expectations. My life, my reins. So I said so long to my compatriots. It was nice knowing ya. But if playing by my own rules was so important to me, then why'd I throw in with the captain's crew? Well, I didn't do it just for funsies. My master plan was to have the crew members join the society too, which would have bought me a ton of brownie points with the higher-ups. But journeying with the crew changed me. I met people from all walks of life, and I grew as a person. I started thinking I'd be better off following the crew instead of the society. I'm a natural-born fighter. Maybe I could put myself to better use elsewhere. Because honestly, becoming a contractor wasn't my main reason for seeking out the society. In the end, I just figured they were the organization that offered me the most freedom. So if it wasn't clear by now, I like doing things my way. Which brings me to a constant thorn in my side. Vasaraga, the annoying half of my two-man cell. Considering it was Drill Sergeant Ilsa who assigned us together, I figured she knew what she was doing. Yeah, no. Vasaraga and I gelled like oil and water. Did Ilsa really expect us to have good team chemistry? I think sticking him with me was an attempt to keep him from going off the deep end. Only later did I find out he'd been through some pretty traumatic events in his life. It scarred him, both physically and emotionally. Maybe that's why he can be borderline suicidal whenever someone else's life is at stake. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for helping people. I'm just saying it's 100% possible to play hero without throwing your life away. I remember this one time when we got trapped in a life-or-death situation because of his screw-up. You should have heard the rage I was spewing. Know what he did next? He apologized, which just felt out of character coming from him. Like, even though it was your fault we're in this mess, don't just throw in the towel, man. Ugh, it was so frustrating. Who knew that big lug could be so sensitive? On the flip side, I can't help but be honest. I like what I like, and I hate what I hate. I don't want anyone getting the wrong impressions about me. I might say things that ruffle a few feathers, but I stand by my words. I can't take back what I've already said. Anyway, I'd rather be true to myself than be something I'm not. That's just the kind of gal I am. It was good to be back in Seed Hollow after wrapping up another easy-peasy mission. Since my schedule was empty, I decided to hit up a cute little cafe for some much-deserved cake.
Hello there!
Some little kid I've never seen before walked right up to me, his eyes twinkling with starstruck awe. He got down on one knee and said,
"Will you marry me?"
Was this kid for real? Did he even know what he was asking? You've got guts, little man. Tell you what, come find me in a decade or so, and then maybe we'll talk. I thought a gentle rejection would get him off my back, but I was wrong.
If you walk away now, you'll be making the biggest mistake of your life.
I knew better than to take the bait, but I had to admit, I was sort of curious. Okay, hotshot, I'll bite. Why are you asking a total stranger like me to marry you? At least he had a good eye. Credit where credit's due.
Because I know you're strong. You make stomping monsters look so easy. Oh, and you're really pretty too.
Wow, what do you know? A sweet talker.
And your spear is wicked cool. How many monsters can you shish kebab with that thing?
I should have known. Boys love the heroic stuff. 10, 20? It doesn't matter. The real prize is in hunting primal beasts. Oh, wait, you guys don't call them that. I meant primeval gods. I've got a soft spot for children, especially the ones who hang on my every word. You try ignoring the adorable little scamps. In any case, it seemed clear that this boy was genuinely head over heels for me.
So, how about it? Will you marry me?
Nope.
Aw, come on.
Word of advice, don't spring a marriage proposal on an unsuspecting woman. Catch you later, little man. Maybe we'll chat some other time. I ruffled his hair and started walking off.
I'm not giving up.
The tyke knew how to dream big. If only a certain grumpy lug I knew had the same level of optimism.
When Tempeal was hit by a devastating storm, refugees flocked to the safe haven of Fulka. We heard the news and docked on the island, which was buzzing with activity. It was clear. All hands were needed on deck as reconstruction efforts got underway. So we walked through the city, looking out for opportunities to help. That's when we saw a distressed young Draff. We didn't know the details, but it was plain as day that something wasn't right. He was stumbling around, eyes unfocused, and staring into space. I couldn't shake the feeling that we shouldn't leave him on his own, so we ended up trailing him. We came to the edge of a cliff. Though the morning sun shone on our faces, a frigid wind blew down our backs. The draft just stood at the edge, staring at something only he could see. "Hey, careful there! With a wind whipping around like this, you might lose your footing!" The draft whirled around, taken off guard. After a while, he looked away, shrugging.
Thanks for your concern.
You look like you've got something on your mind. If you want a friendly ear, you've got him here.
I guess I do.
He smiled, though the expression didn't reach his eyes. The draft introduced himself as Karzeda. Back in Tempeal, he was a jeweler's apprentice.
My childhood friend was caught up in that storm. I was in love with her. Could never get up the courage to tell her. And now it's too late.
Karzeda bit down on his lip, as if he was trying to hold back his despair. He went on, telling us that he'd hit a slump in his apprenticeship. Nothing he did could gain his master's approval. His frustration boiled over, and he got into a rip-roaring fight with his friend. Hurt, she fled from the workshop. He didn't go after her.
I wish I had, because that's the day the storm came.
Karzeda's face twisted in agony. He made a mistake, and it ended up costing him someone dear. I could understand all too well.
Call it a side effect of being a helmsman, but my ears tend to laser in on any talk of airships. Then again, damn near anybody could have heard this guy shouting.
No! No! You can't do this! She's still skyworthy! She can still fly!
The distraught man was making a scene outside. 3 seemingly unfazed onlookers surrounded him. Between all the belly aching, I pieced together the man's story. He was an engineer, was upset that an airship called the Nautilus was set to be decommissioned. His 3 friends, meanwhile, were telling him to see reason, that an old ship like that would be more useful as scrap. Reminded me of the Port Breeze days, back when my own dreams seemed like unscalable walls. The 3 onlookers were a young helmsman, a young mechanic, and an older merchant. They presented a unified front against the engineer, countering each of his arguments threefold whenever he opened his mouth to protest. As much as I wanted to help the guy, the trio were speaking the truth. Repairing the damn thing would cost buckets of rupees, and you can't fix an airship on gumption alone. Trust me, I've tried. Them's the breaks, kid.
I turned to leave,
None of my business, right? But dumb old me, I had to pause as my ears caught what he said next.
We made a pact, didn't we? Don't you remember? The Nautilus. You promised that we would take her to the skies.
He could barely hold it together. You could hear it in his voice, the desperation as he clung to a quickly fading dream. It was a feeling all too familiar to me.
Huh? Yeah. I'll write down what they look like. Go see what they have to say.